Mount Kilimanjaro is one of the top destinations to visit in Africa, and it is particularly attractive to mountaineers and climbers. With a height of about 5,895 meters, which is 19,341 feet above sea level, and about 4,900 meters, which is about 16,100 feet above its plateau base, Kilimanjaro sits rightly as one of the world's 7 summits. The 7 summits are the highest mountains in each continent in the world, and Kilimanjaro sits pretty in the 4th position. It is also the highest mountain in Africa. The mountain, located in Tanzania, is also known as the easiest of the 7 summits to climb successfully. There is so much more to learn about this mountain. So today, we're going to be sharing 10 facts that you may not know about Mount Kilimanjaro. Welcome to the Smart Trender. In this video, we'll be sharing 10 facts about Mount Kilimanjaro. Please hit the subscribe button and keep watching to learn more about this incredible mountain. Number 1. It is the world's tallest freestanding mountain. Aside from being the tallest mountain in Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro is also extra special as it is the world's tallest freestanding mountain in the world. Now, usually, most tall mountains are formed as a part of ranges. But this is not the case for Mount Kilimanjaro, as it stands completely on its own. The reason for this is that Kilimanjaro is not formed in the way other mountains are formed. Usually, tall mountains that are a part of ranges are formed from plate tectonics. This is a process that involves the multiple tectonic plates that make up the Earth's crust. These plates have been moving from the beginning of time, and basically, when these plates push against each other, their edges crumple, which forces slabs of rocks into the air. The result of this is fold mountains, which are the most common types of mountains. Then there are fault block mountains, which occur as a result of a crack in the Earth's crust, which forces blocks of rocks between 2 tectonic plates. These become block mountains. Now, Kilimanjaro is different in that it is not formed through this process, but as a result of volcanic activity. This occurs when molten rock erupts and plies upon the surface. Therefore, Kilimanjaro is a volcanic mountain, and this is the reason why it stands on its own. Number 2. No one is certain where its name, Kilimanjaro, originated from. Okay, so no one knows exactly where the name Kilimanjaro came from. There have been a lot of speculations and theories, but none has ever been conclusive. Apparently, the name was adopted by European explorers in 1860, who believed and reported that Kilimanjaro was its Swahili name. Some have also said that Njaro means white in the Chaga language, which would refer to the snow cap at the top of the mountain. Ernest Hemingway even described the snow cap as being unbelievably white. Some have also suggested that the name is actually the name of an evil spirit that dwells on the mountain slopes. Another suggestion is that the word Kilimanjaro is an European pronunciation for Kichaga, which means we failed to climb it. Either way, nobody knows for sure where the name originated from. Maybe one day we would finally know, but at this point, does it really matter? Number 3. Kilimanjaro was formed from 3 volcanic cones. As we know now, Kilimanjaro is a volcanic mountain, and in particular, it is a stratovolcano. A stratovolcano is a term used to describe a large volcano that is built up of alternate layers of lava and ash. Now, Kilimanjaro was originally formed from 3 volcanic cones. They are Kibo, Shiro, and Mawenzi. Of the 3 cones, Kibo is the tallest and central cone, and it was formed about 460,000 years ago. It is also the cone by which the summit of the mountain, known as Uhuru Point, lies. Mawenzi is a tall peak that is ranked as the 3rd highest peak in Africa, while Shiro does not exist as a peak any longer. It is said to have reached a height of 16,000 feet before it collapsed. Number 4. Kilimanjaro could erupt again. So, we have already established that Mount Kilimanjaro is a volcano. And while it hasn't had any major activity in over 200,000 years, with its last major eruption being over 360,000 years ago, make no mistake, this volcano is not dead. According to scientists, Seeing as it hasn't erupted in at least 10,000 years, the volcano is said to be dormant, but there is definitely a chance that the volcano could possibly erupt again. Wouldn't that be something? Number 5. The first credited climber of the mountain was once captured during one of his attempts. In 1889, Mount Kilimanjaro was successfully climbed by German geologist Hans Meyer, Ludwig Poschala, who was an Austrian climber, and Johanni Kinyala-Lawal, who served as a local guide. Now, while this was successful, this wasn't Meyer's first attempt to reach the summit of the mountain. In 1887, he made his first attempt to climb the mountain. But when he reached the base of Kibo, he had to turn back because he did not have the necessary equipment to navigate through the snow and ice on Kibo. He made his second attempt in 1888, and it was during this time that he was captured. He had attempted to climb the mountain with Austrian cartographer Oskar Baumann. Unfortunately, due to circumstances involving the Abushiri revolt, they were both captured and held as prisoners for a few days. They were eventually released only after a ransom was paid to the leader of the rebels, Abushiri ibn Salim al-Hati. However, even after this traumatic event, Meyer was not deterred, and he returned for his final attempt in 1889, which ended up being a success. The route he took in climbing the mountain is known as the Marangu route, and there are climbers who choose to take this route to follow in the steps of Meyer. Number 6. 50% of Kilimanjaro climbers fail to reach the summit. While Mount Kilimanjaro is said to be the easiest of the 7 summits to climb, about half of its estimated 30,000 climbers fail in their attempt to reach the top. There are a few reasons why this tends to happen. One of the reasons for failure is altitude sickness. This is when there is difficulty in acclimatizing to the lower oxygen pressure at high altitudes. It is suggested that the best way to climb the mountain is to use a longer route that can aid in acclimatization. Other reasons for climb failure includes taking the wrong gear and exhaustion. Number 7. The fastest climb and descent was done under 7 hours. The climb to the top of Kilimanjaro usually takes a few days, but some have tackled the mountain in just a few hours. The fastest climb and descent of the mountain is credited to Swissman Karl Egloff, who climbed and descended the mountain in just 6 hours, 42 minutes. He achieved this feat in 2014. Another notable achievement was done by Tanzanian Simon Ntui, who is the fastest to ascend the mountain unaided. This means that he carried all his equipment, food, clothing by himself, and he achieved this incredible feat in 9 hours, 19 minutes in 2015. German woman Anne-Marie Farmersfeld also holds the record of the fastest woman to ascend and descend the mountain. She did this in 12 hours and 58 minutes in 2015. You might be wondering how it is possible to ascend and descend at this speed. Well, those that do speed climbs usually spend time at high elevations, and so when they're ready to climb, they have acclimatized to these high altitudes. Incredible, isn't it? Number 8. There are about 5 ecological zones on the mountain. Nature is truly beautiful, and this is evident in the fact that climbers will experience 5 different ecological zones while climbing the mountain. These zones include Bushland Cultivated Zone, Rainforest Zone, Heath Moorland Zone, Alpine Desert Zone, and the Arctic Zone. So, if you decide to climb the mountain, you can look forward to experiencing this. Number 9. The snow cap is diminishing. Snow cap, which can be seen at the top of the mountain, is unfortunately diminishing. Since 1912, the snow cap is said to have shrunk by 82%. This is due to deforestation, and according to scientists, the glaciers might be completely gone in 50 years. Number 10. It is estimated that Mount Kilimanjaro has 10 fatalities every year. It has been estimated that of the 30,000 climbers that attempt to climb the mountain every year, there are 10 fatalities. Now, one can't be sure exactly how many people die as the Kilimanjaro National Park does not release statistics. However, the truth is, compared to other mountains, Kilimanjaro has a very low fatality rate. In fact, it is said that there is only a 0.03% chance of dying. This is because going up the mountain is not particularly hard. In fact, you don't need to have special climbing skills in order to climb. As long as you have a good guide and the right equipment, you should generally be fine. Now, Unlike other mountains like Everest, where dead bodies can be seen while climbing due to the difficulty in retrieval, this is not the case for Mount Kilimanjaro. Evacuation is easier on this mountain and can be done with a helicopter and even a stretcher, so there isn't too much to worry about if you choose to climb the mountain. Just make sure you have the right equipment and a good guide. A good guide is essential, as they will generally have emergency medical training and will do constant medical checks. So that's all we have for you today. What are your thoughts on these 10 facts? Did you learn anything new? Let us know in the comment section below. Did you enjoy the video? If you did, please give the big thumbs up and turn on your post notification bell so you would know when we come out with new videos. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you would like to see more of our content. Till next time, bye!